Hello friends, today we are going to learn calibration, its concept and procedure. So what exactly is calibration? What is the concept of calibration and how calibration is carried out, means the procedure of calibration. We are going to study it today. So these are the contents of Unit 1 from Metrology and Quality Control subject. So we will learn calibration. Calibration is one of the primary processes used to maintain the instrument's accuracy. The calibration is the process of configuring an instrument to provide a result for a sample within an acceptable range. It is simply the measurement of accuracy. In simple words, we can say that the calibration is the process of measuring the accuracy. The process of establishing the relation of an instrument's accuracy to the international standard is known as calibration. So calibration is also defined as the process of framing of the scale of measuring instrument by applying some standards. So you are making use of some standards and you are going to frame up the scale of a measuring instrument so that it should give the designed input and it should give designed output. The calibration is said to be a pre-measurement process carried out at the time of manufacturing the measuring instrument. Hence, calibration is the process which is carried out at the manufacturer ends first. So what is the need of calibration? So we know that various measuring instruments we are using there in laboratories and in day-to-day life. The consistent use of instrument affects their accuracy. If we need to maintain the accuracy, the measuring instruments must be checked and followed, recalibrated. If we are not maintaining the accuracy of measuring instruments, then we will always get wrong results and there will be a loss of the various parameters as well as money in the process of measurement. So the periodic schedules of such calibration process depends upon the severity of use, surrounding environmental conditions, required accuracy, etc. It is tried to perform the calibration under those environmental conditions which are very close to the conditions of operating that instrument under which the actual measurements will be carried out. Even if the sensing system and the measuring system are different, then also it is necessary to calibrate the system so that the error producing the components are eliminated or rectified. So calibration is done by applying the standards in such a way that the output readout device shows 0 output for 0 input, and similarly it should show an output equivalent to the known input. So need of calibration in final words. So quality control and quality assurance in production is to be assured by calibrating the measuring instruments. To meet the requirements of ISO, to comply with the requirements of global market, to promote the international recognition, we need calibration of measuring instruments. So what are the benefits of calibration? So it fulfills the requirements of ISO 9000 and ISO 14000. As a proof that the instrument is working properly, we need the calibration. Confidence in using the instrument. This is what is the basic benefit of calibration. Reduce rejection and failure rate. To improve the product and service quality leading to the satisfied customer. For cost saving and safety, calibration is needed. So by calibrating, you are saving the expenditure and you are ensuring more safety. So what are the requirements of calibration system? The following are the basic requirements of calibration system. First one is suitable environmental conditions. Second is standard measurement procedure or measuring procedure. Appropriate measuring instruments. And last one is proper measurement traceability. Let us see the procedure of calibration. Following procedure should be adopted for calibration. To locate the instruments easily, each instrument should be numbered. For each instrument, a calibration card should be prepared, which should be contain the following points such as defects found, errors or defects after repairs, details of repairs, calibration authority, next calibration date, remarks, etc. Depending on the usage of the instrument, checking intervals should be established. Then maintain the records of each calibration interval. Refer the previous calibration records to improve the performance of calibration system. So all these are the points included in the procedure of calibration which need to be followed. So let us learn traceability. In order to maintain the accuracy and interchangeability in the manufactured parts by various industries in a country, it is necessary that each and every industry should follow the standards of units and measurements specified by the national standards of the country as well as international standards. This process is called as traceability. So traceability is defined as the transfer of international standards, means higher grade standards, to the national standards, that is lower grade standards, and then transfer of national standards to working standards of all industries located in that country. So traceability is also defined as the property to trace working standards, that is local standards, from the national standards and to trace the national standards from the international standards. So due to traceability, valid calibration of measuring instruments can be established as per the specified standards. International standards and national standards are also called as primary and secondary standards respectively. Gauge repeatability and reproducibility study gives the good judgment for calibration procedure. So in order to calibrate any instrument, you need to go for gauge RR study. So what is gauge RR study and what are its benefits? So a gauge RR study helps you to investigate whether your measurement system variability is small compared with the process variability, how much variability in the measurement system is caused by the differences between the operators, whether your measurement system is capable of discriminating between the different parts, because we know that different parts are measured or their dimensions are measured by the different operators by different measuring instruments. For example, several operators measure the diameters of screws to ensure that they meet the specifications. So a gauge RR study indicates whether the inspectors are consistent in their measurements of the same part, means repeatability of measuring process, and whether the variation between the inspector is consistent, that is reproducibility of the measuring process. So already repeatability and reproducibility, these two terminologies we have studied in previous videos, so same are applicable here, and it is going to help us in gauge R&R study, which is finally helpful for calibration procedure. So here are some references for further studies. You can refer these references. Thank you very much.